and welcome to Mindful Movement with AARP Alabama. I'm your host, Judy Mannings, and today's session is with Health Educator Jerri Haslem. I know we are all ready for this exercise this morning after eating so much delicious food over the holidays. But folks, we want to remind you that AARP is empowering people to choose how they live as they age. AARP is a nonpartisan 501c4 organization with more than 420,000 members in Alabama. AARP's role is to advocate on their behalf, all of them, without regard to politics. Since the pandemic began, AARP Alabama has continued to provide opportunities for people to stay engaged from home. Mindful Movement provides an opportunity for you to keep moving in the safety of your own home. Hi, Jerri. What do you have planned for us today?
Good morning. I have planned cardio and strength. And I'm excited to be here because you know the holidays, sometimes we eat a little bit more. So we want to be moving.
Okay, well, I'm quite sure we will all enjoy that this morning. Folks, I want to remind you that before you begin any exercise routine, you should consult with your physician to be sure it's safe to participate. All right, Jerri, let's get started.
Okay, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Today, we're going to do a little bit of movement, some cardio and some strength. And what I know is often we may not have weights, but what you may have canned goods, you may have bottles of water. So I want you to use those things if you have them, or if you don't, you can just use your own body weight. So let us get started with some stretching, some cardio, and some strength. Are we ready? And you know what I say, whether you're up, whether you're sitting, doesn't matter. I need you to give me a smile and let's get ready to move. Fair enough? Okay, so right here, I'm just gonna take my legs out just a little bit, and I'm gonna take these arms all the way up and all the way down. Let's do that 2 more times. Take it all the way up. There we go. And all the way down. One more, come on. Reach all the way up. Take those arms up and then bring it all the way down. There we go. Now right here, you're gonna stand. We were squatting just a little bit, now we're standing, okay? So if you have weights, great. If you don't have weights, that's fine. I'm gonna grab just some water, some bottles of water. And let me tell you, you have things around your house that you can utilize. So don't feel compelled that you've got to go and buy those weights, because guess what? You've got them right there. Fair enough? So let's take these arms and we're gonna just pull our elbows right in next to our waist. Our arms are parallel, our hands are facing each other, and I've just grabbed 2 bottles of water. And this is the thing. If you've got empty bottles, just save 2 of those, fill it up with water, and that could be your weight. So you can just use them whenever you decide. Fair enough? So right here, let us take these arms out and just bring it in. Now what we're doing, we're rotating the arms out. We're just rotating. There we go. My elbows, they stay where they are, so I'm not taking the complete arm. I'm just taking the arms out and in. I'm going to do 8 of these, okay? We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And right here, my arms are out. And think about this. And let's go with some alphabets today, okay? So let's take these arms in and out as if we were making a W, okay? A W for winter, because maybe where you are is coming, I don't know here. So let's just bring it in and out. We're making that W with those arms, bringing those elbows in and out. I want 10 of these, okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, bringing it in, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's just drop those those weights, well, those bottles of water. Just relax for a second, okay? So that was our W, okay? So right here, let's take the arms out for a T. So we have a T, and we're just gonna bring it in. That will be our I. So a T, and bringing it all the way in, take it out, and bring it in. So we're making a T, and then coming back and just making an I right in front of our chest and our face. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, don't swing it. 4, I want you to control it. 3 is 2, and 1, and bring it in. And when I say don't swing it, I don't want you to use momentum. I want you to actually use that body to take those arms out and bring them back in. So that was our T. Normally, you're thinking, well, what else will we make? We're going to make the letter O. And what we're going to do, we're just going to take it and round it, making the letter O. I want those abs, that core to be engaged, never holding your breath when you do that. So making an O, making the letter O, just like you're hugging a tree, but you're going to go up and down. On 10 of these is 10, it's 9, it's 8, it's 7, it's 6, 5, it's 4, it's 3, it's 2, and it's 1. There we go. So we have the W, we had the T, and we had the letter O. So, hey, two, toe, woke, whatever that is, you can spell whatever you want, just making sure that you're using those muscles to work your body against itself isometrically. So whether you have weights or whether you don't have weights, using that, not using momentum, but using your body weight, your muscles in both directions, okay? Let's do another set of those. Fair enough? If you didn't do it the first time, if you were looking for your bottles of water, and again, you can do these exercises without any held hand items, okay? So let's go with that W again. Remember, our elbows are in, and we're just gonna pull up and bring it in. We're really making sure our core is engaged when we do this, okay? I want 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. That's our W. Now let's go with the T. And again, when you extend your arms out, I want you to control it, not swinging, okay? So bringing it in and taking it out. I like 10 of these. 10, 9, 8, 7, that core is engaged. 6, 5, it's 4, it's 3, it's 2, and it's 1, and bring it in. Just drop those weights, drop those arms, I should say. You can still have the weights in your hand, okay? Now let's finish that off with the letter O. Again, making your full circle when you do this, okay? So we're here, and we're just making a circle. We can make that circle small as well as a little bit bigger. So you're just going to engage both ways, making a circle. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, is 2, and 1. How about that? So right here, you can place the canned goods or the bottle of water or the weights, or if you have nothing, we're just going to let those arms just shake them out, shake those hands out. Now right here, I want you to take one arm and just bring it across and give yourself a nice hug, giving it a good stretch. There we go. Not turning your body, but just pulling that arm in. Now let's take it down a little bit right here. Give it even more, just bringing it into that body. Okay, let's take the other arm. Come on, just bring it across, give it a nice hug. We worked it, yes. If you were doing those, I hope you were. There we go. Now bring it down. and just bring that into your body. Working those arms just a little bit, okay? Now, when we say strength and cardio, doing that multiple times or with different speed can add that cardio in. So I don't think that you understand that sometimes you can have both at the same time. You can do your strength and your cardio, mixing those together. And that rhythm and that faster pace is what's going to get that heart rate up. And when you take those arms above your head, that's always going to bring that heart rate up. So if you feel like, well, maybe your heart rate is too high, then you can always drop your arms, okay? So understand you can work it differently, okay? Now, let's get in just a little bit of cardio. Make sure that those weights are not near you so you're not going to run into those, okay? So let's just do a little bit of moving our arms and almost like we're walking in place, okay? We're going to walk in place with this. Now, keep in mind, you can take this from a walk to a jog to a high knee. Whatever you're comfortable with, that's your cardio. Your cardio is not my cardio. Your cardio it's yours. It is just like your fingerprint. So everyone's different, and I just want you to feel comfortable, a challenge, but not a punishment. You know, I always say that. So we're moving those feet, we're moving those arms. Now we're gonna take this, I want 8 more in place. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's just start march in place. We can take this to taking the foot and the leg out, alternating, and this would be our heel dig. And what we're doing, we're imagining that we've got that jump rope, okay? Now with this move, you can take this cardio up because you could actually jump with it. Both feet could come off the floor at the same time. I only recommend that if you're comfortable, okay? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about that? So taking those heels out, and again, imagine that you have that jump rope, okay? Let's take this to a knee lift, okay? And when I say that, think about zipping up your abs. Your core is strong, it's engaged. And when I say that, sometimes people will hold their breath. I want you breathing. So when I say engage that core, zip it up, but you're still breathing. You're not holding your breath. You're holding your abs. You're controlling that. So let's just go with a knee raise. When we do that, we can alternate, and we can do this faster if we want to. We can add in a hop. I want 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you bring that knee up, you can bring it up as high as you're wanting, comfortable for you, because it's also going to challenge your balance some, okay? If we bring that knee up with that cardio, we can actually bring it up and extend it out. When we do that, it's a kick, but not putting pressure on that knee at all. We're not jarring that, okay? We're just going to bring it up and extend. And when I do that, that's challenging, again, that balance when I do it, okay? We're just going to work one leg, and we're just going to bring it up and extend it. We can add a hop. We can add all kind of things that will elevate that cardio, but just bringing that leg up and extending it out. The same leg, okay? Bring it up, extend it out. Bring it up, extend it out. I want 2 more. Bring it up, extend it out. Bring it up, extend it out. It's going to challenge your balance. I always tell you, if I ever fall, you'll be the first to see it. But understand, if you're not comfortable, you can hold on to a wall, to a chair. But this will challenge your balance when you do that. So bringing the leg up, and then bringing the leg up and extending it out. So 2 things that you can do. And if you're not comfortable with extending that leg out, you can just bring it up and pause it, okay? If you want to, take it out, okay? So let's go with that side. Let's try for 4 of those. Again, challenging your balance just a little bit, okay? So let's bring it up and out. Let's bring it up and out. 2 more. Let's bring it up and out. Let's bring it up and out. I think I have one more. Sometimes I don't count correctly. Okay. But this is what I want you to understand. When we do these things, one side, you may be more comfortable, like anything else, with one side. And if you have to use something, a chair or the wall or anything for that other side, that is fine. Okay? So understanding that cardio. Let's do just a little bit of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And when I say that, I'm just going to add just a little step, but I could add a bounce to this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Come on, let's go. How we feel about it? And we're alternating each side again. It's that cardio when we do that. And you can make this as wide as you want, or you could just step, okay? You could step. If you're not comfortable with that, what I always try to tell you is, let's do things that are functional. Functional things that happen in your everyday life. So when I say a functional move, we don't walk sideways. So that's not really functional, but when we're doing things, when we're getting up, when we're stepping, we're using those muscles. So I want us to feel comfortable, especially, think about the leaves. Have you ever walked into some leaves and you kind of slipped, or maybe the leaf was slick and you didn't go forward, you went to the side? Being able to be comfortable with those moves that we do that sometimes are not everyday moves, okay? So let's just learn to make sure that we're stepping, and we can add, if we like, a hop to that or a bounce, okay? So let's go from one side to the next. We're just moving. There we go. And we can take this side and we can take that foot to the back if we wanted to. So let me lean 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go with that little hop and 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm shuffling my feet when I do this, but you don't have to. You can just step with it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Come on, give me 2 more on each side. Let's get one more set. There we go. Now, how about that? Now let's just go back to that marching in place. I want you to understand, it is so important for you to move. I don't care if you're watching television, you're like, on the next commercial, I'm going to get up and move. Just moving that body and making sure that you're enjoying it. Again, not a punishment. We're marching in place. And I want you to take this, if you like. Just, let's go with 15 seconds, okay? 15 seconds. Let's just do a little light jog. And this may not feel comfortable to you on your knees. If it doesn't, don't do it. Your body is smarter than me, okay? So we're just like a little jog. But it doesn't matter if we're jogging or if we're walking or if we're marching. We're moving. We're getting that cardio. Let's take it to a march. I always want you to do things that make you feel good. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it, okay? March in place. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about that, okay? So now, let us go with a low impact jack. We can have this with arms. We can have this without arms. You can place your hands on your waist or on your hips, and you can just step out with that move. It's just a step out, okay? This may be what you're needing, just stepping out, okay? Take that leg. Give me a little bit of a squat when you do that. There we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, suppose you wanted to add your arms to that. Again, That is an option. Never ever do something because I'm doing it. I want you to feel good with that, okay? So if you take those arms out with the move, that's fine. And if you don't, that's fine as well, okay? So taking it out, there we go. Come on. I want 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay? Now, let's challenge our balance with a little bit of strength with that. Cardio, but let's add a little bit of strength. When you say that, say, well, what do you mean? Let's put the weight on one leg. Okay, so let's put the weight, you're driving that foot, that leg, that ankle, everything is on one side. You put in the weight, doesn't matter, because we're going to do both sides, okay? So put the weight on one side. That's going to be our strength. And what we're going to do is a little bit of a squat. The weight is in your hips and your heels. And when you stand up, you're just going to lift that leg just a little bit. It's just a slight lift. It's a slight lift. It's that balance. It's that strength. There we go. It's a slight lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, challenging your balance, but giving you that strength when you do that, okay? So now let's put the weight on the opposite leg. Come on, let's just drive that weight, foot, hip, heel, everything. The weight is you're just you're shifting that weight to the other side. And what you may find is one side may be more, I guess, more pleasing than the other, okay? So we're gonna stand up, lifting the leg. It's just a slight lift. We take our foot off the floor, off the ground, wherever you are, if you're inside or outside. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about that? Let's try another set of those. Again, this is where we're having a strength. We're having a little bit of a balance when we do that. And because we're taking from cardio to strength, we're keeping that heart rate up. So let's change sides and let's do 8 of these, okay? And even if you don't do 8, do as many as you can. And then you can always do this at a later time. I always tell you, turn on your favorite music. And when you do so, you're going to be even more compelled to do these things, okay? So let's do 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, lift that up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And those abs, they're engaged, that core, you got it zipped up, okay? So let's go the other side, okay? Put the weight, it's in your hips, in your heels, everything, you're good. Let's take it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How is that? Again, I'm going to recommend, and you may or may not like this, but I'm going to recommend, yes, it's going to turn cold. Yes, winter is coming, but I'm going to recommend to you, if you're comfortable, try to move every day. You don't have to you don't have to go and walk 3 miles, but just taking 5 minutes just to let that body know that, hey, I'm here, I'm moving, and I appreciate it, because it's just those little things that add up. So I'm not recommending that you go and you walk 100 miles. I'm just recommending that maybe 5 minutes. And let's just say, if you're watching your favorite show, if the commercial comes on, we're always saying, these commercials are so long. Maybe take the time in that commercial to do your own little routine, whatever that is. So if the commercial is 60 seconds, or if you feel like it's too many commercials, that will add up throughout your day and throughout your week. But it is so important for you to understand that your cardio and your strength, when they come together, it's just amazing. So again, I've enjoyed it. I'm Jerri. The things that I do here, I recommend take these and do them on your own. Don't think that doing 8 is terrible. You may decide that 4 is the number for you or 24 is the number for you. So I have totally enjoyed our cardio, our strength, my homemade weights with my water bottles, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So what do you think about that, Judy? I hope you were doing that as well.
Hey, Jerry. She's actually ran off. She was exercising and ran out of the room.
Yeah,
Folks, we
I guess she
thank
was
you.
moving.
Oh, yeah. Remember that the exercise that Jerry shared, you can also do those exercises in a chair if that's more comfortable for you. But Jerry had some great stuff going on this morning, and we're going to take a break for commercials. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat box. Thank you.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Jerry, that was quite invigorating, of course. And at this time, I was trying to find out if we had any comments or any questions or feedback for Jerry at this time. If so, I'm trying to see. I don't see anything in there. Okay, Noreen. Great class, Jerry. Thank you. Penny.
Thank you.
Penny is on board. Thank you, Penny. Penny said thanks. Alex, you enjoyed the class.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Marissa, thank you, Jerry. Wonderful. It appears as though you have really kind of got people going this morning. Wendy, great class. And also remember that you can modify these exercises, and I'm quite sure uh, Tawana and Jerry both told you. So at this time, let me see if we have anything else. Are there any questions for Jerry? I mean, she got you over the Thanksgiving. Now we are approaching Christmas, and you got a week off from Jerry. So you make sure you stay on task with everything that we've gone through this morning. Dr. Leslie Childs said thank you, and she loves the class. So we will not gain, and we're going to maintain what we have so far. Be flexible, use the things that we've learned today and week before last, and I'm quite sure Jerry will be adding something new next week. In the meantime, if there are no further comments, Jerry, do you have anything to say before you leave?
Oh, I thank everyone. I thank you for joining me and just moving. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to take this opportunity again to Thank you for joining us. Tune in Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central for the next session of Mindful Movement. Have a happy and moving day. Goodbye.